sequence activated. Prepare for light speed.
Intelligent, keeping the missing relevant with Mr. E, Mrs. E. Let's not forget the sweet and E, and of course the best Grand E, unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company. Unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mr.ECrimecast. This is our weekly update. I'm joined today by Mrs. E and our guest, Auntie. How are you doing this morning, Auntie?
Good.
Good. What have you been up to this week?
Just not a whole lot. I have a friend that's moving down and where I live, near where I live, and I've been doing some shopping for her because she's closing on her house next week. So I've been helping get some stuff for her taken care of before she moves. And well, before they move in, they're not actually going to live here full time. They're just buying a house and going to have it as a second home.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, good. I would like to welcome everybody for coming in. I see we've got a few members that have been with us for a while here. Let's War Damn Eagle has been with us for 13 months now. Good to see you also. I hope you're doing great. And Elizabeth Meyer with 15 months. So we appreciate the support that way. So we don't usually do these Saturday live streams. We just got so busy yesterday we couldn't do the Friday like we usually try to. But good to see you, Nicey Marie. And she mentioned this earlier. I was planning on talking about this later anyhow. But Josh and Chris McDonough was really seeing the true colors of CP and KP. I just think what Sebastian went through, poor Sebastian. I just finished watching that lab on replay where they broke down the same leaked audio that At Night had put out. That if you haven't heard it, it was on our last live stream, but it was a interview with the private investigator Heather Cohen, who was working for Seth, and her initial meeting with the Proud Feed in regards to the Sebastian Rogers disappearance. And we broke it down, but I listened to Chris McDonough's with Josh on the lab, and it was really, really good. He picked up on some stuff that I wouldn't have thought of at the time, but it is absolutely worth a listen. So anyway, I was going to mention that anyway to check that out. It was excellent. Anytime you can get people with real life detective experience commenting on these cases and getting their perspective, it's always worthwhile, of course. But good to see everybody here. Bliss blessings, dreaming of blue skies. Glad you are here. And so yeah, if you're good morning, beautiful Ease, and let's see who's this. Alcoholic XOXO. Alcoholic.
Oh, he's gonna get his glasses.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got to put the glasses on for that. I was trying
Nick
to go without.
Here.
Good to see you, Nick. Appreciate you being here too. And we'll, so Nick's got a lot going on as well. We'll be talking about a little later on. Here, anything else you want to talk about before we kind of jump in?
Well, part of the reason we couldn't be here yesterday was because Big E had Special Olympics bowling, and Auntie doesn't know that he won first place.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yes. And also Middle E, even though it takes a while, decided to move back to his room.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. So
which is upstairs, and Dad has to follow him up the stairs and then also has to help him down the stairs. So when he wakes up for the day,
I'll probably have to have a break for like 2 minutes to help make sure he doesn't probably need my help, but a spotter. He just needs a spotter.
He has to go down the stairs backwards.
Yeah. So going to be there just to help with that.
Is that to keep his leg straight with the brace on? Is that why he has to go backwards, or how do you? Why
It's
does he have to?
because there's a portion on that stairwell where there's only a handrail on one side, and since he can't
Oh, okay. Since he can't hold that right
use the
hand.
right hand, it's on the left going up, and he's fine going up, but coming down, he'd have to cross over, so it's easier to go backward. If it had a handrail on the other side, it'd be fine.
Well, hi, Seth.
Hey, Seth
Thank you,
Rogers.
Seth.
Yeah, we were just talking about you a little bit there.
And it looks
so,
like Seth's
good
got
to
a
see you.
live coming up on the 16th, maybe tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you said
Right?
something. Yeah, so Seth
see.
Rogers, if you don't know, father of Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing for, I guess, a little over a year and a half now. He has his own YouTube channel where I guess he's planning a video or a live stream tomorrow.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Which
on.
I think that's the best way to go, actually. So, I've always thought
Yeah, the 16th
for the
at 8
parents,
p.m.
it's better to just use your own platform to get the message out rather than go on other people's channels. I think you just control your own messaging and put it out directly like that. So, yeah, if there's any information, Seth, you want to post about that in the chat, we'll be happy to highlight it. But it's tomorrow at what time? Did you say? What time it is
8
tomorrow?
p.m.
Okay, so tomorrow night.
Central. Central.
So I'm sure that'll be interesting. Of course, we're hoping for more movement. Lots of stuff keeps coming out on that case. So more information, and looks like that investigation's not cold. It sounds like they're still working on it. So, so we're hoping for some resolution and answers on what happened to him soon. So yeah, we'll definitely be checking that out also. So we appreciate you being here. So we always like to start our these weekly with a missing person case. So this is one that many of you will likely be familiar with. I'm going to share this here.
Hold on.
Where's the sun?
Seth said it won't be cold till I am.
Well, that's good.
Right.
That's good. And
Right.
we have some people having some trouble with the vertical. They said, "Good morning. I can't find anything on the vertical. Where's the thumbs up?"
I have no idea.
On my phone, on the vertical, it's down below, and you have to kind of
Scroll.
If you're watching it on your phone, you have to kind of scroll up, and then it pulls up, and then you can click on it. But it's not the easiest. We do have the other format. If you don't like this one or it's causing you some grief, you can go back into YouTube and choose the other live, which is exactly like this one, and then it'll be back to the other format.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying something different with this. So
It's a new feature on StreamYard, so I thought I would give it a try, but it's already annoying me, so we probably won't be doing it again.
Well, Nick says,
Yeah.
"Don't do vertical again. It sucks. Can't stream on TV." So yeah, for those of you, which I'd love to stream on my TV while I'm sitting in the living room and wanting to watch a stream, it's easier. It does not work on the TV for this
I
one.
will put in the chat. I'm going to put in the vertical live, so or the horizontal. Sorry.
Yeah.
So if you want to click on
if you want to click on it and go over to that one. I was just trying it out. It was just a new feature and I hate it. So we probably won't ever do it again.
It looks
Well,
kind of cool
yeah.
on the phone, but I mean, it's like it's just really weird. It's very different.
Yeah.
Well, I put the horizontal stream in the chat. So if anybody wants to switch over, sorry about that. I was just trying something new.
I think the vertical, of course, is for people that are only watching on their phones and
Right.
prefer to watch it that way. So that's the idea, but it doesn't look right. So anyway,
Sorry.
That's okay. We'll see how it goes over, and you never know till you try things, right?
Right.
So the missing person we're going to feature today is Melody Buzzard. Auntie, have you followed this case much? Do you know much
A
about
little
this
bit, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to not take that off, and I didn't. Hang on.
Also, War Eagle says if you don't like the vertical, then you can go to your liked videos and grab the normal version. Thank you, War Eagle.
Of course, this story's caught a lot of attention. I know Bullhorn Betty and Clutch and Pearls and several others have been all over it. But we have not discussed this one, but if you're new to this, the young girl, her name is Melody. She's been missing for about a month now. She's 9 years old, and so here's kind of the general timeline. So on October 17th.
Sorry.
What's that?
Playing with it.
Oh, Are we okay?
Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What
Whoops.
happened there?
I don't know. I'm just trying to fix it.
I think that's my fault there. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Are you hearing this ad?
I hear an ad. Mm-hmm.
I don't hear it. We don't hear anything on this end.
You really
Nothing.
can't hear the ad?
No.
It's probably somewhere
I
on the
see.
screen.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So Melody and Ashley, her mother, were on a 3-day road trip. And this is from ABC News reporting. Their hometown is Lompoc, California. And they had traveled and were seen in wigs on surveillance video at a Santa Barbara rental car business. So, of course, that's wild that they're wearing the wigs going into this location. Supposedly over the next few days, they believe they changed their license plates numerous times to a New York license plate. But when she returned the car a few days later, she had put the original license plate back on. So she traveled from that area in California up through southern Nevada, up into Utah, and then back. So when she returns, she doesn't have Melody with her. And that was on October 10th, so about 3 days later when she returned. She put the license plate back on, and then an investigation starts on October 14th. I guess she had been homeschooled for a time, but she was enrolled in a Mission Valley Independent School, which is like an independent study program. And they have to kind of keep track of these kids, and did a wellness check. And when she wasn't able to produce Melody, then the investigation started. And then, let's see, they started an initial search on the 15th. Investigators conducted another search on the 30th of October. And then there ends up being a different kind of alleged crime on November 6th. A man named Tyler Brewer claims he was held against his will at her home. He had gone to serve her some documents, and supposedly she pulls out a box cutter and holds him, within the home for a time, and then he leaves and has her arrested for that. So she's been charged with false imprisonment on November 7th. They say it's not really connected directly to the crime of Melody's disappearance, but of course, that's a different charge altogether. So she's supposed to be back in court on November 19th, and we'll see where that goes. I think there's kind of a thought that Melody might be safe or not. We really just don't know.
Betty seems to think that the mom's, the gist. Now I haven't watched all of her streams, but the gist is that she's getting her away from something, that the mom's doing this to protect her. So,
not out of malice, but
right,
in some way trying to protect her daughter from some other situation.
Yeah.
They don't really even look like the same child in those two pictures. I mean, one child looks, got full faced, and then the other child's real thin, and I mean,
they're the age. The age is very different there, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they don't put out the latest picture. It's like, what is her very latest picture? Because she looks like, like 5-6 years old in one picture, and the other picture she looks like 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think she's two. They said, I think I read somewhere that this picture is 2 or 3 years younger than the one where she's caught on their surveillance video. And everyone's saying, why do they always use these older or these younger pics?
Locked down with April C. I agree with you. I it always feels like the pictures are so old that you can't get a good feel on what the child looks like.
With kids, you need the most current picture that you have, because they change so rapidly as they age.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting situation. Hopefully she's okay. I mean, obviously there's a deliberate action to avoid authorities if you're changing your license plate. So you're doing something is not, that someone's going to be searching for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to the trouble of changing your license plate if you don't think at some point authorities are going to try to track you. So why? Why do this? And how? And you know, obviously, she convinces her daughter to go along with it because she's got her in a wig and everything. So I don't know. I mean, we just don't know what's going on in her life. But I think it'd be good to locate her. Peace of mind for everyone that she's okay. Even if the mom's acting in her best interest, you still want to find her, you know, and make sure she's all right. Anyway, we'll go to the next case here. This is we'll be talking about Austin Drummond. If you did not hear the news, this picture I'm showing here, this is him when he was apprehended.
Right when he was apprehended, yeah.
Yeah. So
you might want to just give a quick summary for people who don't know.
Yep. So Austin Drummond, this is out in Jackson, Tennessee, in that area. It all started with a baby that had been left in someone's front lawn in a car seat. And the question at first was, okay, whose parents are these? You know, how did this baby end up here? Then later that day, authorities start seeking the parents, can't locate them or the grandmother. And later that evening, 4 bodies turn up in a state park, including the parents, the grandmother, and an uncle to the little girl. And so after that, of course, the question was, what happened here? Why did the baby get abandoned? And it turns out, at least allegedly, that the person involved is Austin Drummond, the man pictured here. Austin has a long criminal history, had been in prison for a decade for a variety of crimes. And while he was there, he began dating a jailer, and she seems to have lost her job because of helping him out while he was in jail. They get out, they're still dating each other on his release for the next year or so. And that jailer, that the woman that Drummond was seeing, is also the sister of the grandmother that was found deceased in the state park.
Yes.
So if it is true that Austin is responsible, then he executed his girlfriend's sister
And niece and nephew.
And
fiance or husband.
Yeah. And then the child, I guess for whatever reason, decided to spare and dropped off in a front lawn. Now, a lot of the evidence is not clear to us yet.
It's going to be interesting.
But it looks like what Drummond's story is that he's a snitch. And that appears to be true in a variety of other documents, that he has been an ongoing snitch. He also has ties to the Latin Kings, who are one of the major gangs in that prison that he was in. So he claims he's being set up. Is going to be some form of his defense. But anyway, this week, the grand jury came back. They are going for the death penalty for the 4 counts, for the 4 family members. It's going to be a really interesting trial because we don't know a lot of the evidence here yet. And I don't think this is a slam dunk because
I think it's going to get even more complicated.
I think this is so. First of all, the death penalty, I think, is going to be a tough get anyway, even if he's convicted because he spared the baby. And all it takes in Tennessee is one juror to come back and say no death penalty. And that someone might see just that single act as enough to not execute him. So my guess is he won't get that anyway. He could, of course, just go ahead and plead and take life in prison. But I also don't know that I think he may be able to make an interesting defense because they're going to have to prove. I think they're going to have to get into motive on this case, because why would you take those 4 lives out in the state park? How did they get there? My guess, his defense is going to be that it was a message sent from the gang, that he double crossed them, was outed as a snitch, and that this was their form of revenge by setting them up. I think that's going to be the defense he's going to go with.
Wow.
We don't know for sure.
That's just, but the reason I say that is that I can't tell you that that's not true at this point with the evidence we have.
Well, that's
Well,
what he
but-
said. He reached out to Nick Barris and told Nick Barris that as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, why did he? I mean, what real reason would he have had to have executed his girlfriend's whole family, right? And she hasn't talked yet, so we don't know her the girlfriend's thoughts on all this.
Wasn't
She's-
she due in October? Was she
Uh,
due? She was supposed to have a baby sometime.
oh, I don't know. Is the girlfriend pregnant? I
you don't
know.
remember this? There was a
Yes.
big controversy. People argued with us and were
Well-
like, well, here's her photo where she's announcing that she's having a
right,
baby.
Right. I
And
forgot about this
I
part.
think that possibly could have also led to why he didn't, do anything with the baby, and he may have felt some guilt there.
Oh, I didn't realize this. April says the VL gang has been in true crime a lot this week, just different cases. Did not know that.
Hmm.
So I don't know. And so,
Yes,
unless
L.
they've
Kennedy,
got
that's correct. Wasn't the grandmother's ex-husband in the jail just a half mile from where this happened? Excuse me. Yes.
the grandmother's ex-husband,
Right.
Yeah.
And so with that trial, all it's going to take is just planting enough doubt in one juror's mind that he didn't really have a motive to execute all of them. I think the prosecution will, unless they've got some rock solid evidence, but I don't know that they will. They'll be able to track his phones and such, and he definitely went on the run. But of course, that doesn't necessarily mean he did it.
Yeah.
He may have feared going back to jail and getting, if he's been outed as a snitch, he may be I'm just saying he's going to be able to make a defense that might plant just enough seeds of doubt, unless they have some really solid evidence against him. I don't know how this one's going to go. It'll be interesting.
And Sandy Mimi Malmo, I love it, says, hi, everyone. Justin found something related to the gang and money for how many you return family, etc. I'm not sure what that means.
That's what I thought. Cece said she was due in October, so I thought so. So she should have had the baby by now.
And HM Hand says you're almost at 10,000 subs. That's insane. Well,
Yes.
Well, thank you.
we've been trying. I will tell you that would be the best Christmas present you guys could give Mr. E for Christmas, is to get us to 10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
Well, we lost several while we were on our hiatus, but we kind of made up that ground since we've been back. Yeah, someone here is saying maybe retaliation for the ex-husband who is in the same jail as Drummond. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to get into the why on this. Sometimes they don't have to, but I think this case will.
Nicey Marie had a question too. She said, do you think the girlfriend is hiding by LE, and do you think she will testify by Zoom allegedly? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know he's tried to get the courts to let him talk to her, and they won't let him. So
Yeah. I would guess she's under major protection.
Rob wants to know who we're talking about.
This is Austin Drummond. He got indicted this week. They're going for the death penalty against him. This is the guy we covered earlier this year when he was on the run around Jackson, Tennessee. If you recall, this is the one where he ended up being in someone's pool house is where he was hiding in a real affluent area, and was finally caught. But it was a really scary situation. I've talked to a few people that lived in Jackson, and that was a scary time for them. When he was, because he was out there. Yeah, they were really scared because he could have been anywhere, and he was armed too. He had that rifle with him.
Well, looky here. Our friend Mr. Tony Mathis is here. Hello, good friends. Hope you have a super weekend. I hope you do too. I bet you're out doing something fun.
Probably so. Good to see you,
We
Tony. Thanks
are
for coming by.
painting this weekend. I have my paint jeans on.
Yeah, this will be a painting weekend for us.
Yes.
As soon as we're done with this, actually, is what we'll go to.
I'm doing the trim. It's not fun, and I'm making a lot of mistakes.
So if the scheduling works out, this is probably a case we will cover the trial live.
Oh, I would love it.
if they air it.
It's
and,
fascinating to me.
This is one we'll do because I think it'll have a lot of surprises because I just can't quite see where this is going to go. This is actually him in the hearing this week, and that's an older picture of him. Actually, that's him with the girlfriend. She's just not in that shot. Up in Gatlinburg or somewhere like that.
Right.
So anyway,
Right before all this happened, like the weekend before. Right. Wasn't it something like
Yeah,
that?
it was not long. It was
It
not
was
long before
or a
all this
month before
occurred.
or something.
Yeah. So,
Before we go on to the next thing, I have some more. I wanted to go ahead and give away the rest of our free memberships that we have. Is that okay?
sure. Give me a second to pull all this up.
Yep. All right. I'm sending them out now. Congratulations to those who received them. Oh, Alicia, Hot Wheels, Pamela Picks, Periwinkle Moon, Honestly Becky P, Crazy City Chickens. Oh, wait. I'm reading the wrong names. So
Okay.
if you received it, congratulations.
Well, very good.
And I saw Girl Mom in here, and I emailed you this morning, Girl Mom. I had closed my computer and had not opened it because we've been working on painting for the past few days. So I apologize. And eventually we're going to get back to our members only trivia.
We always say this.
We've been saying it for a literal
We say this
year.
Boy, that's the empty promise we always make, right?
We really want to. It's just
I know
been
we
awful.
do. We do. We'll get back to it.
I'll tell you, I found that hunt a killer thing in the closet, and I was like, that's what we need to be doing is just going through that as a group, because it was
Oh, the game?
complicated. It was so hard.
We need a little help on that. It was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might need to crowdsource that. So this is another case.
Oh, this is crazy.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the
No,
this
this
case?
is crazy.
Yeah. So this is one that's just really wild. So this young woman, she was 18 years old, Anna Kepner, and she was found deceased on a Carnival cruise that went out of the Miami port, and FBI is working the case because it is out on international waters when it occurred.
Right.
But the dad, even to this day, still doesn't know what happened. The FBI is running it, and they're not talking to him.
Yeah, they returned to port on November 8th. This happened, during their cruise, and they came back into port into Miami on the 8th, and it's just awful.
Question. I thought you told me that they had not been at sea very long when this happened.
They hadn't, but they didn't stop the cruise because of it. They don't ever stop your cruise and take you back to port. They finished the cruise.
Sandy says that she was 17. They corrected it. I don't know if that's right.
She was 17.
It's heartbreaking.
Everything I had says she was 18 years old. So I'm not sure. They may have come back. She was from Titusville, Florida. So she wasn't far, didn't live too far from. And she
Titusville. Do we drive through there to go to the beach?
I don't know. I think so.
Sounds familiar.
I know she was like a high school senior, gymnast, cheerleader, very athletic.
Yeah, I was planning on going to the military and maybe working with canines.
Oh, wow.
Was kind of the idea. And so just looks like she comes from a fairly big family. I think she's got looks like maybe 3 or 4 other siblings.
Yeah, and she was there on the cruise with her family. It wasn't like she was there with friends or anything like that. She was there with her family.
See, I couldn't find that. So she wasn't like with like friends. It was
no, she was with her family. Yeah.
And her
but I don't know
know.
if the dad has said that he's been very frustrated with their lack of communication. So I don't know. Maybe he wasn't the one on the cruise. Maybe it was the mom. But
oh, right. Yeah, maybe so.
It just says that they are cooperating with the family.
So he says, here's a quote from him: "Is everybody was questioned. Everybody came off that ship. I don't know who they are looking at or what their investigation is." The 41-year-old dad from Titusville, Florida, told Daily Mail. So, man.
So Megan all says that she was with her grandparents.
Okay. I knew she was with family. I just didn't know which members.
I guess Betty went over it this morning, and Sandy is saying that another family member died on a cruise years earlier, per the article BHB found this morning. Wow.
Wow.
We haven't dug that deep into it.
Another family member on another cruise?
That's what Sandy's saying.
And they said her time of death was on 11:17 a.m. on November 7th. That is what they listed as the time of death, which I thought that was kind of weird.
And Lockdown says, I heard she was on a cruise with a guy that she recently broke up with. Ooh. Yeah, other people are saying grandparents as well, so I'm not sure.
I mean, that's just.
I think maybe people just assumed because they're saying she was with family. They just assumed it was parents, maybe.
And
I
then-
just saw family.
So I'm. So that's just, just terribly tragic.
It was a 6-night Western Caribbean cruise, and her father confirmed the family was aboard. We were there as a family. Everybody was questioned. Everybody came off that ship. That was his quote.
Okay, so that's probably what I read then.
Mhm.
Okay,
That was
that
the
makes
quote
sense.
from the dad.
And I had heard somewhere that there was rumors of people being handcuffed off the ship, but I can't find.
It was Auntie that told you that.
Oh.
Some guy is
But
what I heard.
Some guy.
Yeah, I can't
Some
find
guy.
any video or anything that could verify that. So that might just be a rumor.
I want to see if I can find it.
On a side note, the Western Caribbean cruise is not nearly as pretty as the Eastern Caribbean cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I prefer Southern Caribbean if I have my choice. You know what I think about Aunt E a lot is when we went to St. Martin
Mm-hmm.
and how when we went to the beach that day and you didn't have to have a raft.
Oh, because the water had so much salt, you just floated.
It had so much salt you could just lay on
just-
top of the water.
You were just buoyant. It was a really different type of water, Caribbean water. It was just so salt heavy that you just would just you did not even need to float. You could float on top of the water. It was great.
Yeah, Deanna says she heard a blonde-haired guy was taken off the ship in handcuffs, but they're being very hush-hush about it.
And that was a lot of that were some passengers that put that out there, I think, on social media, and that's where those comments and stuff came from. But they're not confirming that with the FBI. Nobody's confirming anyone else was involved. I did hear something on the news this morning that said that there was white powder residue. There is also the suggestion that it could have been a drug overdose. So I did hear that this morning on
With her?
Yes. I heard that on Fox News this morning, but they are not verifying it. They're just saying that was the latest information that Fox News had received, that it could have something to do with a drug overdose.
Wow.
That she doesn't seem the type.
Well, Girl Mom went on a Royal Caribbean this summer and it was wonderful. You know, I have never been on Royal Caribbean. I've only been on, what have I been on, Aunt E?
You've been on Disney. You've been on Celebrity. You've been on Virgin.
Norwegian.
And Norwegian.
Carnival.
And Carnival.
Is that it?
Yeah, just the only one you haven't been on is Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, I had to cancel that one. I had one scheduled, but I had to cancel it for emergency in our family. So, I've heard the food's pretty good on Royal. Which one's my favorite? Disney, but that's because we go concierge level on Disney.
If you're an adult and you're not like a big partier, but you like the cruise ship, I like Celebrity. It's got everything you need and it's awesome. And I'm just not a big partier. I like the atmosphere. I like the pools. I like the spa. I really like Celebrity.
Norwegian, I did the Alaskan cruise and I got bored on it because Alaska, you are traveling a lot.
Well, and a lot, you can't it's not real comfortable to go out to the pool when it's that chilly outside. So It's not like you can be at the pool. So, and you got to dress warm. And I don't know. I always think of cruises as more of a Caribbean thing, but I'm anxious to see how mine goes this March. I'm going on a Viking cruise, which is really going to be different than any of the other ones I've ever been on.
How hard would it be to smuggle drugs on the Carnival ship? Do they check you that?
Carnivals, I don't know if you've seen a lot of the videos and TikToks and stuff lately of people on Carnival cruises, but right now that's not a cruise line that I would feel safe being on at all.
I know. I have seen some of them.
They're terrible.
I'm trying to think.
But I
Let's
was just
think
wondering
about
what
it.
their
Well,
security do they do?
we've gone on so many cruises. The way they do security on a cruise is for the person goes through a metal detector. Obviously,
Yeah.
your bag that you have with you goes through a thing, and then they pull out tons of people who try to add contraband. You know,
Yeah.
they'll bring things that they're absolutely not supposed to bring.
Right. That's what I'm
They pull.
wondering, like-
You'll see a table full of that stuff, right?
Well, and I've seen people that take Coca-Colas because you're not supposed to bring your own sodas and stuff on board. I've seen people bring sodas and things that are not like that. They're not supposed to have on board and take them out of suitcases.
But as far as I'm trying to think, what do they do with your packed luggage?
Mine was, I don't know. The last one I did, they did. I mean, they just.
I mean,
rolled
but
it.
we
What about
they
a-
roll it away, but do they put it through something to check?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So
They
could have been
didn't
like
on my
that.
last one. They didn't on my last one.
Right. Well, Deanna's making a great point. You can buy drugs easily at any port. So
Yeah.
I think the drug thing sounds a little sketchy, and it may just be the cruise line not wanting to be held responsible.
That's
It reminds me of the
definitely
Amy
possible.
Bradley case. Yeah, I know that family actually sued the cruise line when Amy Bradley disappeared, and you know, of course, there was no body, so you don't really know. But I know that case did not. They did not cash in on that case at all. It did not. They did not win the case. The family.
Peace Love Jeeps went on a Royal last year and broke her arm on the pool deck. That's terrible. They treated me wonderfully. Well, that's good. That would not be a fun thing to have happen on a cruise.
No, that's a bummer there.
I'm trying to think though, as far as the celebrity food was good, but I think Disney and Virgin are by far the best as far as food.
My food was amazing at the last one.
I know, but you didn't like the first one.
I just had one bad meal and it was just a lobster tail that was rotten. Everything else was good.
She was so upset about the lobster tail.
Well, when you bite into lobster, it's sour, and you know it's rotten. It's not, but I mean, they fixed it right away. They gave me another one. It was fine, but
yeah,
that happens sometimes.
Had my plan had this stuff not happened with middle E. My plan was to do a cruise for his graduation, but obviously that didn't work out. But I wanted to do a Royal because Royal's supposed to be good for that age range.
Oh, it is.
Sure.
I've heard nothing but good things. A friend of mine went on Royal with her son that graduated this last year, and it was a huge cruise ship, and it was really geared toward older teenagers and stuff. There's a lot to do.
Well, once Biggie aged out of the kids club at Disney, it will be very upsetting to him to not be able to go into the kids club because that's his favorite place.
Correct.
But he hasn't been in so long. Maybe he would understand because he's doing better with it, with transitioning and things.
He really likes that Slinky Dog slide.
I
mean, he will sit at the top of it all day long.
It's been so long. He's so different.
That's true.
It might be different.
That's true.
It's just scary though on cruises when things like this do happen in international waters. It's not handled the same way, but luckily the FBI did take over as soon as they came into port.
Yeah, lockdown
with April C.
Says had a fantastic time. Sad to be home. It is a transition when you get off a cruise where you're like, oh man, I've got to actually do stuff again,
right?
Because they really do spoil you.
Well, I mean, on the Disney cruise, they cut your meat for your kids.
I know.
You don't even have to cut the meat.
It's like I got to take care of my children again.
Yeah,
it is a transition with that.
It got to a point when we were going pretty frequently on Disney cruises for a while, but it got to a point where we'd drop the kids off at the kids club and we would want to pick them up to go to a show or to do some kind of family activity, and they wanted no part of it. They wanted to stay in the kids club. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say with this. So with the FBI being basically in charge of it because they have to be, but not communicating with the dad. I mean, if they suspect that it's an overdose, why wouldn't they have communicated that by now? You know, it's been, what was it? The 7th or the 8th? And
well, as a cruise line too, Carnival really doesn't need any more bad press. They've been getting a lot of bad press lately.
They have. So, I mean, that kind of makes you think.
I'm with you, April. I'm not buying it.
it would kind of make you think that this isn't.
They would come out with that.
Yeah.
Well, they have I know that the father did comment this morning that they have not received any autopsy reports. They have gotten nothing yet. They really literally have gotten no information.
Well, Auntie, you remember when your daughter was having trouble on a carnival? How hard that was?
It was terrible. Yes, she was near Mexico or going, I think it was Mexico. And they were on, she has type 1 diabetes, and she was
Puerto Rico.
And she was having an insulin reaction and had to go to the infirmary to be seen, get her blood sugar checked, and kind of get stabilized. And she ended up spending the entire cruise in there. They let her out the night that she was coming back into port, but it was pretty terrifying because, first of all, I couldn't speak with her because she was in international waters, and but the infirmary did allow her to use their phones to call me. I was able to check in on her. I luckily had a friend who has a friend who was in charge of all the medical staff for Carnival Cruises, and she was on a Carnival cruise. And so I was able to make sure she got top-notch care. They're wanting to put her off in Mexico and leave her there. So she was traveling with just a birth certificate, not a passport. She hadn't gotten her passport yet. And so that was a problem because in a closed loop where you're going from the U.S. back to the U.S., you can just cruise with a birth certificate. I don't recommend that because they almost put her off in Mexico, and we would have had gone through the embassy to get her back in the country and get her an expedited passport, and I would have had to fly there and stay with her.
It would have been a mess.
It would have been a mess. And I had a friend whose daughter also was ended up overseas for a while because of scuba problems, and ended up in the hospital in another country, and her family had to fly there. So that it's a scary thing. Anything can happen on cruise ships, and that's the only thing I think that makes you want to kind of hesitate to travel on them. But boy, you will see tons of elderly on those ships, and they don't care, and they don't worry about it because they do have medical staff that are there to help you.
I would recommend too that with what happened with your daughter made me want to always have the insurance.
Always get trip insurance, especially since COVID. Ever since then, I recommend it for everyone, for everything.
Right.
Because of the overseas hospitals, they don't bill your insurance, and some things are not considered an emergency. Some insurances won't pay. It just depends, and it's better to have that trip insurance because they will cover medical costs. So just a little tip. Always get travel insurance. I know people don't want to bite the bullet, especially if they're wanting to travel with, bargain travel, but it's not worth the risk.
And if you travel multiple times per year, you can get a policy that will cover your whole year of travel, that you don't have to buy it individually per trip.
Yes, you can.
Sorry. We're just
okay.
Welcome to the travel podcast.
I know. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Lockdown with April C said we had a lady taken off our ship drunk, and they left her in the Caribbean. Wow.
Oh, I see those videos all the time. People running after the cruise ships,
and they will leave you.
I almost got left in Alaska. I was very close because I wandered very, very far away and couldn't get back. So.
Yeah, I mean they do have a full medical staff, but it's different type of care, and always just kind of be leery and get that travel insurance.
I don't know about everybody else, but now I'm wanting to go on a cruise.
Yeah. Even
though bad things can happen
like this.
Yeah, sure. But just talking about cruises makes me want to go on a cruise.
I know.
It doesn't take much for me though.
No, it doesn't.
I took one last year. That was fun.
Oh, Peace Love Jeep that broke her arm. She said full on medical staff x-rayed my arm, doctor set my arm, pain meds, and then home for surgery. Oh, that's just awful though, that you had to spend your cruise in pain. Ugh.
Oh, and lockdowns just don't get the cruise line travel insurance. They don't pay out fine print. It's all reimbursed. Oh.
Well, a lot of them are reimbursed. Oh,
that sounds like a great idea, girl mom. A Crimecast cruise. Yeah. I think we might be able to get one or two people maybe that would go with us.
We'd have to bring other podcasters.
Yes.
We can definitely gauge people's interest in a Crimecast cruise and set it up.
Crimecast and friends.
And we could do it about a year in advance and give people time to pay and save money and make payments on it if they wanted to.
I think it would be
I think
fun.
events like that
we would
be a
have
blast.
fun.
Yeah.
Except
we
we have
would.
to take all of our kids.
What would we call it? The CrimeCon cruise?
No, they have a CrimeCon cruise.
Oh, they do?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, get sued over that one.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe we'll consider. Oh, we've got a couple. We got 2 people that are interested.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Oh, a
fun.
train trip might be. Life interrupts. I've always wanted to do a train trip. Always.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
want
why. Not on Carnival. I'll tell you, probably. Well,
No, I would not go with Carnival for any kind of group cruise. No,
nope.
sorry.
Now we've got 3 people. I would.
Yes,
I
peace,
would
love,
almost
peace.
think Virgin, but because the food's so good.
I would choose. I'd choose Celebrity any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. He's wanting to move on. He's looking at me like, okay, enough cruise talk. Crime Dog Cruise. There you go. Oh, Deanna's going. Okay, well, all right. Maybe we can look at some pricing. But put in the chat where you want to go. Where do we want to go? Caribbean? We want to go Alaskan? Where we want to go?
Oh, I actually think things like that would be a lot of fun to do. Like to put stuff like this together. Like
Yeah.
Just I think it'd be a blast.
I think it would be great.
So I
Yes, that's I'm sorry, but I was gonna say somebody said always get insurance. I know someone that got sick in Mexico and they wanted thousands up front to intubate him at a private hospital and 30,000 to fly back to the US. Yes, that happened to my son. I don't know how many of you were with me. I guess it was last October, not this past.
Oh, that was terrible.
Before.
She called me on the ship when I was on Virgin.
Yes, and I was freaking out because he had fallen and slipped on marble in the bathroom and hit the corner of a marble tub in his room, and he had to be taken by ambulance to the hospital. And they called and they were like, "You have to pay $6,000 up front before we'll even see him." So we luckily had credit card, charged that $6,000, and we did get the insurance did pay out. It was an emergency, so his medical insurance did pay it. He had a deductible, but it paid almost all of it, and it was pretty scary. It was pretty scary.
Aunt E, remind me though, if depending on the cruise line, for us to get a group rate, we'd have to get like 12 or more cabins. Okay,
it looks like we could get several. A lot of people, everybody's saying Caribbean, and it would be cheaper than Alaska for sure.
Well, yeah.
Dreaming's going. Whoop whoop. All right, now we're talking. All right, I think we should do this.
St. Lucia,
maybe we can get some other people to go.
Oh, I think we could.
Be fun. Oh, Sandy wants 2 rooms. Okay, well, I think we've got enough.
Okay,
we'll have to have 2 rooms. Our kids are too big now.
What time of the year is best for people? Summer, okay, or May, June, July?
Auntie's serious. She loves to travel, guys. Loves it.
Yeah, she's all in.
Yeah, all in. Even though I can barely walk, I'm all in.
Well, so are we okay to move on to the next?
I'm just reading chat. I'm reading to see when anybody wants to go.
So I just wanted to mention something that's coming up here next week. Of course, we've gotten friendly with Nick the Hat, who's been working on the Sebastian Rogers case with That Night. And, if you don't know, Nick's background really is more prior to getting involved in the private intelligence. He's worked in journalism, worked for the National Enquirer, and he has gotten an exclusive interview tied to a pretty well publicized case. If you don't remember this one, if you remember the 3 girls that were rescued in Cleveland from Ariel Castro. These girls had all been missing for years. Amanda Berry might have been the best known, but she had disappeared in 2003. She was 16 years old. And then another girl that she was rescued with, Gina De Jesus, she was 14. She was abducted a year later. And Michelle Knight had disappeared a year prior to Amanda in 2002. Well, these girls were all held basically in this basement area, and just a living nightmare by this retired bus driver named Ariel Castro. And after 10 years of captivity, Amanda makes it to a window and calls for help. And a neighbor outside is essentially hears and is responsible for calling 911 and rescuing the girl. Well, the interview that Nick has coming up on the 23rd of November is with the man that called 911 and rescued the girls. And this will probably ring a bell if this is sort of familiar to you. When I play his interview, you'll probably remember who this guy is because he went somewhat viral. Is that up on the screen?
No.
It's not. Okay. All right, there we go. All right.
As far as the cruise talk, it is less expensive to go January, February. Once you get into March and April, it's more expensive. Summer can be in summer.
Good.
I was gonna say the early summer's good.
Mhm.
July is usually expensive
For pricing.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
hot.
but we have to. There's hurricane season, but I always tell people that are worried about hurricane season. These I actually was on a boat during a hurricane. I could see it out on my porch, on my
Mhm.
balcony, and these captains, they know how to navigate around these storms. So no matter what's happening, they know
Right.
how to navigate around them, and you're safe. So I wouldn't worry about hurricane season. I wouldn't want to be at a resort during hurricane season.
Right.
But
a ship you can move.
mhm.
All right, so this is Charles, the hero here. I guess probably the day of that this happened.
Charles. Hey, Charles, let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
Heard screaming. I meet my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch.
Okay.
I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that a body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call 911." My name was Amanda Berry.
Now, did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call in 911, and I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective,
That's crazy.
Cook,
I know.
right here.
Isn't that amazing?
That is crazy. I don't remember this.
Oh, you don't remember this?
Oh,
one?
I remember it. It was unreal.
Yeah. So he went viral. It's called Dead Giveaways, like a lot of the songs and things that people made memes out of this.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Out of this guy, but I didn't think we could play it probably without getting
No,
copyright struck.
we're not doing that ever again.
So-
It's too much trouble.
Look that up on your own. But you know how the show Kimmy Schmidt?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. The opening Unbreakable.
Yeah.
She's alive.
Yeah.
That whole thing. They make songs out of this guy's
Mhm.
That's
interview
crazy.
here. So he went. This went viral back when it occurred. So when I saw this come, it rang a little bell with me, but I had forgotten a lot of this. So
Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said,
Now, and when did you see Gina?
about 5.
Good.
What state was this in?
So
It was in
This is
Ohio, wasn't it?
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So so this is the interview that Nick's going to have, and I guess it's been a little over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was reading today was there was a $25,000 reward for Amanda for her rescue, and he said something like, I don't need to give it to the girls, that kind of thing.
That's
And
very nice.
he was like a short order cook or something like that, and turned down the reward.
Perfectly Imperfect Boy's mom said, "Am I blocked? For some reason, I can only see Nightbot." Oh,
you know what? She might be on vertical.
If you're on that vertical, we have the other one, the horizontal,
Yeah.
and there may not be anybody.
We're never doing it again, guys. Just so you know, this is crazy. But
Yeah. I've actually, War Dame Eagle says Nick always says he rescued them with a cheeseburger in one hand. I was listening to a different interview with him today because I was just kind of listening to some of this. And he actually says he said something like, well, when the girl calls out to him, he's got the Big Mac in his hand. And
His name's Charles, correct?
yeah. And he says something like, well, hold on, I got to finish up my McDonald's or something. Like he's got to, he had his hands full with
That's
with his
hysterical.
lunch or whatever.
Let's see. It looks like Nick's going to do a interview with him on November 23rd.
And Perfectly Imperfect Boy's mom. Yes, you're in the, or was it her? Yes, you're in the other one. If you want to go to the horizontal version, you should be able to see everybody.
Here, I'll get the other version back up.
I think one of the reasons, and I'll pull up the, let's see, where's Nick's page? I think I've got it here somewhere.
Here's the link to the horizontal. I'm never doing this again. Sorry.
And here's Nick's YouTube, and he's got that scheduled there, and he's got a little write-up on what's coming up in the interview. He helped save Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and Michelle Knight. The dead giveaway meme. Now hear the real story of the day the lost were found. We're talking about the miracle that shocked the nation. This is the story of how 3 young women presumed gone forever defied death and returned to the world. Charles Ramsey was the man who heard them. I'm sitting down with Charles for a raw, unfiltered conversation. We're talking about the moment-by-moment decisions people didn't see, the reality of sudden fame, the memification, and what heroism truly means. We're talking about the powerful lesson from the day the girls who were presumed dead defied death and why we must never give up hope. This is a story of hope, resilience, and the power of listening. Doorway to Dawn will stream exclusively on my YouTube channel, and that'll be on the 23rd. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think, part of the reason that this is of interest is we're covering all these missing person cases, and it does get kind of easy to kind of just assume that the worst has happened,
right?
And and just because something is probable doesn't mean it's impossible,
right?
We had the one I was thinking about earlier was that little girl up in Canada where her mom went on TikTok and had like a psychic break. Had a psychotic episode, basically.
I was going to say she didn't have a psychic break. She had a psychotic episode.
I mean, she just really went off the rails, and the girl was missing for days. And so, the assumption was this little toddler's not going to make it out in the wilderness of Canada, And then they find her days later, all, tired and hungry and all that. But I think conventional wisdom at that time was just there's no hope for this girl. And then there's a miracle, and she's alive. And of course, all these parents with these 3 girls have done their own interviews, and they just talk about how you can't ever really give up hope. And you can't, especially if you're the parent. You don't know, that these girls were there 10 years. I mean, everybody had given up hope at that point, but them probably.
Who was it that said? Some expert that we listened to, they were saying that you can tell an innocent parent by a hopeful parent. Somebody said something to that effect, that innocent parents don't hold out hope always.
Yeah, right. I've heard something similar before where someone was saying the last person to give up hope is the parent.
Right.
Yeah. Bliss Blessings put up, and I saw that one interview showed one of the girls' moms gave Castro a flyer, and he gave it to the young lady, and she kept it. Said that's what made her fight. So he took the flyer home and gave it to her.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so maybe that's what so I had read something about how the search for them is what kept them hopeful. So maybe that's what that was referring to, because she knew someone was still looking for her.
Wow.
Incredible.
And how many children did they have? They had children, the 3 women.
That were held captive?
Yes.
There's a 6-year-old. Just
one? I was thinking there was more than one.
I don't know anything about it. So
yeah, I mean, Castro.
I know there was at least one. The Amanda girl had one. I know.
Yeah, I think I was just reading about Amanda, really. So that it said the 6-year-old, and he took his life a year after sentencing. Also, Castro did.
Let's see what.
But I mean,
NorCal.
Was he in jail and he took his life in jail?
Yeah, a month after he was found guilty. They gave him like life with no parole plus 1,000 years or something ridiculous like that.
Well, NorCal, SoCal, Northern California gal, or Northern California, Southern gal.
Right.
North House, oh gal.
Said praying for Sebastian. Show Poodle says never give up. Finest words ever spoken. Bunny says believes there were 2 babies.
Lockdown says one woman had 3.
And then Dreaming says, and they actually get out and search for their child. Exactly. Multiple miscarriages. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you just what's the other one? Elizabeth Smart is another one people always, there's just
Oh,
there
yeah.
are these,
Oh my stars. Cheryl, I see your message or your chat, but wow.
What's that?
That man Charles talked to Castro all the time and ate barbecue with him.
And he never knew they were there.
Yeah, I saw a different interview or something where he's talking about how the guy had the windows all boarded up, and I think they thought he had a band or something, and he was doing it to, that's why it was all
That's crazy.
kind of sealed.
And how long ago was this? Because I don't,
It was a few years ago. It hadn't been that long.
2000, the girls were abducted between 2002 and 4, and then rescued in 14, I think was the year.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have been paying attention to any of that.
But I remembered seeing that interview once. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2013 was the year she escaped.
Yeah, back then. You remember, I wouldn't look at that stuff.
Yeah, they arrested Castro on the same day. They charged him with kidnapping.
Nick says they were 15 years ago. They were rescued.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a documentary?
It was. Yeah, actually, there's more than one.
We tried to start watching Murdaugh while we were painting, and it's too complicated. We had to turn it off because we weren't able to
Concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, Nick says 12 years ago.
Yeah, so May of 2013. May 6, 2013 is the day she escaped, and they arrested Castro the same day.
Wow.
And that, my understanding is the Amanda Berry in particular had a lot of attention at the time, was a well-known missing person in that area. So I wonder if they had already connected the 3 girls together, if they wondered, because it happened within 3 years.
Well, one of them was going to get their child or something and took a ride from him, I think, and that's how she got abducted.
I think Pamela is saying something similar in chat.
I mean, in the middle of a neighborhood, you could get away with something like that and not be caught, not have to hear a scream.
I remember when it came out, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how can that happen? How could they not have gotten away in all that time? I mean, he had to have left that house.
Mm-hmm.
How did they not get away? I would like to hear their story.
He must have just never been on anybody's radar at all. All the extra food there would be this kind of signs if anybody kind of knew him. Like, you'd have to buy quadruple the groceries. You're buying baby formulas and stuff. And like, if people knew this guy, like, why is this guy buying all this food? Lives alone.
Maybe he was buying form. Maybe they were nursing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
The FBI interviewed him after the abduction.
So he was on the radar. Okay, so there's a Lifetime movie too. Yeah.
And Pamela says he kept them upstairs, chained together
through a wall.
They didn't get to see each other for months, and they had all their windows boarded up. Oh, that's just terrible.
I know.
Good night. And what happened to that? Oh, you said he committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In jail.
Yeah.
One victim was his daughter's best friend.
Wow.
Incredible.
She asked to sleep at the house, and her mom said no. Then he took her.
It's just.
Then Ariel took her.
It's
really just an unbelievable story. I mean, it's just that could be in the middle of a neighborhood. I mean, those houses all close together, and you don't hear a scream or anything. And in 10 years, for one of them to get a chance to slip away, it's just.
I know nothing about it, but Lockdown is saying, wasn't the mother and brother in the house and never heard anything? If that's the case, that's even more crazy.
There's no way.
I don't know. But Anyway, the Charles guy, he's a character. I've seen a couple of interviews he did. I saw him do he reunited with Amanda at one point, and they hadn't seen each other since it happened. And he's an entertaining guy too. So he'll be kind of interesting to hear what he thinks of how everything played out. And I'm sure it changed his life a great deal.
Nick says the relatives did not know. So,
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. What you thinking?
Well,
Is it time? Is it that time?
It is time if we want it to be that time. Unless you got anything else you want to talk about before we go. I know it's a little faster today, but we do kind of have to get back to
we got to paint.
The painting.
Unless everybody wants to come over and paint together, and then we can get it done really fast. That would be great. Well, it's time for everybody's favorite segment of our weekly Crimecast.
Kind of just a foolish crime here, but this just got my attention for some reason. So this has been reported several places. This is from May of this year, May
we
19th.
can't see anything.
Oh, it's not showing?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Try again.
Oh. I'm trying to go without my glasses, and it's causing me problems. All right.
See, you didn't pick mine? I sent a good one.
Oh, I didn't know. What'd you send?
I sent the lady.
What lady?
With the really great picture.
Well, maybe we could do
it
two.
too.
I don't.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't. I probably just didn't see the text.
You did. We talked about it.
It wasn't just yesterday. You can't send him things several days ahead of time.
Yeah, you can't do it that way.
No.
We talked
I
about
forget.
it. You laughed at her mugshot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can do that one too.
No,
Because
it's
this one will
okay.
be kind of quick anyway. So in this story, Colombian police arrested a 40-year-old man attempting to smuggle Coca-Cola under a carefully attached toupee. He was detained at a Cartagena airport before boarding a flight to Amsterdam.
But Amsterdam, you could get all that in Amsterdam, right?
I know. A scanner revealed 220 grams hidden beneath his narco wig, with an estimated street value of 10,000 euros. A police video showed an officer removing the wig, uncovering about a dozen drug packets. Authorities confirmed the suspect had 2 prior drug trafficking convictions.
Oh my stars!
So here's the video. I don't know if we want to do audio or not.
Under this man's
Here.
Or do you want to do the audio with it? We can.
I don't care.
Under this man's toupee is about $10,000 worth of cocaine, according to Colombian police. He was caught during a profiling procedure while
Right.
traveling from Cartagena.
Oh,
Colombia
my
to
stars.
Amsterdam. As officers cut away the toupee, 19 cocaine capsules were found, equal to more than 400 doses. The Metropolitan Police of Cartagena say the man has been handed to the Attorney General's office for trafficking, manufacturing, and carrying narcotic substances. It's unclear whether he has an attorney. Cartagena police say they have seized more than 250 pounds of drugs, including cocaine and marijuana, so far this year.
That's crazy.
That's just wild to me.
Okay. Get mine.
That was just great. Yeah, pull yours up. I forgot about yours.
Well, I don't. You know what? I don't have the story about her, but I
Yeah, it's the story.
Oh, but
You
it's
sent,
a video, right?
no, I think there's a video.
I gotta find it now.
I have it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know you're going to Amsterdam. Well, I mean, obviously he's smuggling.
Do you want me to resend it to you, or do you have it?
I've got it. It's from. Oh, hold on. The video is not very funny. It's just the
mugshot.
The mugshot just made me laugh really
All
hard.
that effort with that toupee, that's just insane.
Hold on. I got to get it ready.
Yeah. So, but people are still talking about
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his brother was living there and there was no way upstairs. The only person that knew how to get upstairs was Ariel.
Was that Ariel? Was that his daughter?
I
Who
don't
was
know.
Ariel?
Oh,
Or
I
is
mean,
that- Or is that his name?
yes, his name is Ariel.
Okay, Ariel Castro. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That is incredible, though. How to live in a house and never hear like a thud, a bang, a scream? Like, And that's not, it's not like a big house. It's a little house. Have 3 extra people and not know they're there.
That is crazy.
How do you bring in all those groceries and everything you need and all the supplies that you would need for 3 extra people and live with someone and they have no idea?
Well, and another thing too, he would take one of the kids out to the park. One of the little kids. I mean, where did this random kid come from? You know, that's just weird. I'm glad they knocked the house down.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
A Davenport woman has been arrested in Geneseo, quite literally inside of a business. Police responded to a call in Geneseo around 5:30 last night on State Street about a loud noise in the ceiling area. Police arrived. They also heard the noise, but they couldn't find it, so they left after searching. 10 minutes later, more suspicious noises were heard from a different area of the business. Officers came back and checked. Now, both
Spoiler
the caller's
alert.
business and another business in the same block. Officers heard whispering and movement coming from inside the building areas around them. And that's when police discovered a woman literally inside the walls of that business. Police and firefighters say they were able to get...
Hold on. It's just the mugshot. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Y'all, the mugshot's great. The
She was
mugshot's
It's like
the
she was-
wall.
It's like Mary Poppins chimney or whatever,
Oh.
right? Like
It's so funny.
What was she doing in there? Trying to steal?
it says she's charged with burglary, felony criminal damage to property, and criminal trespass.
It's just it's the mugshot that just
Is it
gets me.
just the housing crisis? People are just can't find a place, so they're just breaking into businesses' walls.
I mean, it's just the mugshot. The mugshot
Can you
just made me
imagine
laugh.
her as somebody's grandmother someday, and they were like, "Oh, remember that time that grandma got hung in the wall at that business and got put in jail?" I mean, can you imagine?
It's just like a chimney sweep. That's what she looks like to me. I just keep thinking
And
of
you know
Bert
what?
from-
You probably can't see it on the screen. I don't know if I can.
26-year-old
eyelash.
Kaylee
Oh, wait.
Dutchie out from the walls
I
of
can't
that
zoom in.
business. She's on your screen.
You can't, but she's got like fake eyelashes. You can't see it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
it's pretty funny.
So she
right
takes care
now.
of herself.
She's
Yeah.
facing burglary, felony criminal damage to property, and criminal trespass charges. She was taken to the Henry County Jail. Police say they are still looking maybe for 2 other people. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Are there two
In the
workers on
walls?
And there was a fake story about like a Walmart with a couple of people living in the ceiling, and we were
Well,
gonna
I
do it
said
as-
it's not
I
real.
was
It's
like,
not
oh,
real.
okay, no, that's a fake story. But this one actually is real. So sometimes reality is stranger
Oh.
than fiction.
Perfectly Imperfect Voice Mom says people do that. They are called forgers, I believe, and they live in the walls and attics of homes and businesses.
I have never heard this. Gypsy, it's so nice to see you.
Makes me think of that horror movie, The People Under the Stairs.
Ugh,
You know,
it's just the picture is just magnificent to me.
yeah, called forgers. So they got their own society. Probably got their own Facebook groups.
They probably have their own TikToks.
Probably got
Look,
their-
this is me going in the wall.
We're 4Gs or whatever. You know, probably got their own culture and the whole thing, right?
Oh my
Apparently, there's all
God.
kinds of things on TikTok.
Yes.
All kinds of subgroups of crazy things that I would have never known existed.
If you can imagine it, it's out there.
Brenda Calvert's in next year's Halloween costume.
Right? I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, she definitely deserves an honorable mention for
But
I would love to
judgment.
see. I'd love to have the footage.
so at this business, they got called out because they heard something.
Oh.
They heard something in the walls, right?
Hold on. Not foragers, froggers.
They're called froggers.
Oh, we misread it.
They're called froggers. All right. It probably is its own subculture. It really.
Oh,
Probably is.
yeah, she must have just typed it wrong because it says forgers, and I was like, I've never heard of a forger. I haven't heard of a frogger.
I was
either.
going to say, I thought that's the people that go into the forest and get like,
Foraging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foraging.
Yes.
Foraging. Like, yeah. Well, then, so this story, didn't they say like that they heard something behind the
they
walls
heard
is what-
noises in the wall.
So if we go back to the other story with the 3 girls, I mean, how do you live in a home and not hear chains and
I mean, the
cries
chains,
and
yeah.
thumping and
Right.
over 10 years? I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to understand how people wouldn't know that there are 3 girls upstairs for a decade.
Lisa, you missed the whole show. We're just
But
about to wrap it up.
obviously, I haven't looked enough into that story. Maybe
Well,
there's an explanation. but
I'm
I don't
trying
get
to
it.
end on a funny note. You keep going back to dark
I
stuff.
didn't
Well, I
know
mean, it's
that.
Let's find something funny.
Well, this is funny. They made a movie about a guy who lived in Toys R Us for a year. Was that a true
Yeah.
story?
Was that a real story?
Recently, right?
Nuh-uh.
Like a recent
Toys
movie.
R Us has been closed. Oh, well, I was going to say it's been closed for a long time.
No, they're back. Just in a different incarnation, right? No, there's a recent movie that came out like this.
Okay, somebody said the wagons are being circled around Hunter's friend. Why the need to move the wagons? Why did people say his socials were deleted? And why did Fred say he personally reported him?
I don't know what.
What are we talking about?
I think I misunderstood.
Hunter.
Is that from Austin?
I don't know. The wagons are being thrown around. Oh, Hunter wasn't that one of the people that he unalived? Was his name Hunter?
Oh, they're saying Summer's case, Summer Wells.
Oh.
Who's Hunter? His socials were deleted.
So I haven't followed the
Oh,
Summer
isn't
Wells
that
case
the
that
son?
well. You might be right, but I don't know the Summer Wells case as well as many people do. Okay.
Summer's case.
So there's some movement on that case right now.
Okay.
Interesting.
We've been kind of hearing that
Yeah, we have heard a little bit.
people thought some stuff was going on with them.
That's good to know. We'll have to look into that some more.
You guys.
Okay, well, thanks for letting us
Yeah.
know about that. So I'm just reading the chat to see what's going on with the.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to put on something that makes me laugh.
Okay.
So here we go.
Oh,
Meet the Dell
Oh,
PC
man.
Intel Core
I hate when they do that.
all-day battery life
Yeah,
to power
the
through your
Hunter.
to-dos, so you have extra free time and extra savings. Which means this Black Friday, you
Why won't
can
it
be
stop?
as extra as you want.
won't even give you the skip.
Love it. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing on the
Mr.
internet.
Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings.
I love it.
You might want to take a
We're
look.
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can
my
hear you. I
favorite.
think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
That's my favorite thing on the internet.
I can see that. I think if you click the up arrow next to this.
That's my favorite, y'all. That's
wow.
my favorite thing on the internet. I can't help it. I love it so much.
Oh, for those that don't know, Hunter is a friend of the Wellses, Allie's son that went to the swimming hole with Summer that day she went missing.
Yeah, right. Isn't part of one of the theories that she was deceased before they came back at the swimming hole, maybe, or something?
You know, I've
There's a lot of
never.
theories around that case.
You've always wanted me to watch the Chris McDonough when he goes to
Mhm.
their house, and I haven't. We probably should still do that.
Ooh, that's a neat. That's a neat thing too. Brenda said, I watched a crime show where the tracking dog kept stopping at a wall, and the police finally figured it out. It was a fake wall inside a business.
What? That's cool.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Y'all, that's my favorite thing on the internet ever. I'm not even joking. It's my favorite. It's my 100% favorite thing on the internet. If I want to laugh at any time, I find that clip and watch it.
It's not that funny.
Oh,
That's
no,
cute.
it is. I will argue that all day long because
He
right
says,
here.
I'm not a cat.
No, just that. Let me show you.
Oh, Sandy says, I think she was deceased in the pic with the milk.
Look.
That's that part.
That
is funny.
right there is the whole reason it's the funniest thing on the internet.
Well, and when you catch that guy on above that where it says Jerry Phillips, when he looks at it and the first time he looks up and sees his expression's hilarious.
That is the reason. That's the funniest thing on the internet right there.
I figured it made the weekly highlights.
You know, we haven't really followed Summer Wells at all. Right, honey?
Yeah, I was looking something up, but no,
Oh.
I haven't really.
We haven't. Part of it is I'm sure I would have a lot of opinions about it that I don't know if would be favorable or not. And we just haven't. We've talked about going through the Chris McDonough, going to their house, and you know he's explained some of the stuff to me that about the way that the children lived, and it would probably be pretty upsetting to me. Bullhorn Betty's here. Hey, I'm at a friend's house, have no volume. Just wanted to say hi while you all were live. We love you. Oh, thank you, Betty. We love you too. Betty'd go on the cruise, I bet.
I bet she would.
Yeah.
Betty, would you want a crime cruise with us?
She can't hear us. She's got the volume down, just saying hello.
Yeah, it's good to see her.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll listen to the replay.
Yeah, the house is heartbreaking, and I would have a lot of opinions about that probably. So,
Girl Mom, I was trying to see what you meant about Sumner County. Are you talking about the post about their technology, or the one about the license plate readers?
She said on Sumner County Facebook page.
I have to go to the restroom.
Well, there's one post about the new technology they're putting in. Body cameras, dash cameras, and upgraded electrical weapons, giving deputies smarter tools and better information. Virtual reality training software. I don't know if that's the post she means, or where they caught someone stealing a car with a license plate reader. I could see why either could be relevant to Sebastian, just because the license plate reader, it makes you wonder why this hasn't been solved yet, because there were readers everywhere. She's saying the VR headset. Yeah. Okay. No, I hadn't seen that. I just now looked at it.
Yeah, it said we recently had the opportunity to demo cutting edge technology designed to help keep our deputies and our community safer. The system we explored integrates body cameras and dash cameras with upgraded conducted electrical weapons, giving the deputies smarter tools. We also saw impressive virtual reality training software that allows deputies to train more often in realistic scenarios. That means better preparedness, better decision making, and better service to our citizens. And it shows Craddock with the headset on.
Well, I'll find it. He can't find it.
I did. I can pull it up.
It's their last post.
I'm not logged.
Hold on, I
don't want to.
I gotcha.
Use that Facebook.
Okay, hold on. Is it under the Sumner County Sheriff's Department?
Yes, it's their last post 2 days ago about their new technology. And
Cheryl says, "Oh, sorry.
Go ahead."
I was just gonna say, Cheryl said Josh from the lab has a lot on this Summer Wells case.
He does.
And basically everything I know is because of just hearing Josh talk about it here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those where when you're not there at the beginning of it, you're kind of putting it together piecemeal, how things played out. So I don't know. We'd have to almost
we'd have to start at the beginning of it.
It's remember when they brought that Faro machine out to the home? Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like trying to explain the Sebastian Rogers case to someone that's never heard of it before.
And we have tried. Yeah. We have tried with our friends, and our friends just get lost when we start going into all the details on it.
Because the Wells family, they talked a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff out there, and they've said all kinds of crazy things.
Do you want me to read this, or?
Sure.
Or do you want to read it?
I can't. It's too small for me from here.
Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger. Does that help?
Okay.
Oops.
We recently had the opportunity to demo cutting-edge technology designed to help keep our deputies and our community safer. The system we explored integrates body cameras and dash cameras with upgraded conducted electrical weapons, giving deputies smarter tools and better information in real time. We also saw impressive virtual reality training software that allows deputies to train more often in realistic scenarios. That means better preparedness, better decision-making, and better service to our citizens. I'm committed to bringing innovation and technology to the forefront. By investing in technology and training, we can give our deputies the resources they need to serve with confidence, professionalism, and integrity. Cheryl Craddock.
Oh, and girl's mom says, hang on. They also posted the other day about snacks. I think they put it in there as a little dig, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, let's see. Whoops, I got to make it small. Okay.
I would recommend everyone go watch the Chris McDonough breakdown of Sebastian from the lab the other night.
Yes, it was very good.
What he would do, and I completely agree, is they should be trying to irritate them.
Here it is. Hold on. Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Just because it's cold and windy doesn't mean you can go out and crime. Our deputies are bundled up, caffeinated, and ready. Stay warm, stay home, have a snack.
Somebody says find Sebastian Rogers.
Yeah.
We need some trolls that just constantly go in and say, "Hey, when are you going to update us on that?"
You can't
that does feel like a message, doesn't
like a
it?
dig.
Yeah, it does. So that's a random post.
Have a snack. Yeah, that's kind of weird. They do on every post.
Huh.
They dig on her on every post?
So, the girl's mom said they do on
probably people troll them on every post.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't even looked. I never go there.
Yeah,
I told you when we know several people that wrote in either Sebastian Rogers or Seth Rogers for sheriff when Craddock was running. And if I remember correctly, they get a printout of their votings and the write-ins and all that stuff.
And I see Marie said, poke the bear.
Well, that's what McDonough was saying, was that because he was, he's listening to that audio for the first time that we just did the other day. And, he has that ridiculous temper. He's like, you take advantage of that. That's his weakness.
Mm-hmm.
You should be trying to make him more irritated.
Sandy
because they'll make mistakes.
She said she trolls and comments every time.
Yeah. But it can be ugly, but those pressure campaigns, I think, can work on the right people.
Life Interrupts. What case are you talking about? She says, I think the guy's name was Austin Reed that they're saying may be of interest.
Probably back to the Summer Wells, I guess. Maybe. I did a quick search. I didn't find anything, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. But that would be huge if there's any movement on that case, because I know a lot of our audience is very invested in Summer Wells.
McDonough challenged Josh to get some of CP's ex-wives on for a live with them. He said, let's poke the bear.
Maybe we could get McDonough on a cruise. Get Josh and Dr. Gary and Chris McDonough. Let's get all the friends. That would be fun.
It would be fun.
Well, maybe we'll look into that.
I just don't know enough about these players to comment a lot on the case.
Summer.
Yeah, I just don't know enough about these people involved.
Yeah, we really didn't start digging into it until the Sebastian case, and we've branched out since then, but we didn't really. It's a complicated case too.
Yeah, I've seen the Wells on Dr. Phil. I saw when they did that, and that they don't come away looking great from that appearance. And then the McDonough thing.
I will tell you something. There is some confusion. I'm going to pull this up about Sebastian's flyer. Something that's been bugging me, and I want to go ahead and just let me see. I got to find it real quick. I think At Night posted it, the new flyer.
Yeah.
And it's bugging me because people are wrong. Let's see. I just keep seeing. Hold on. Where's that new flyer at? Where is that new flyer at? Oh, here it is. Okay. So At Night, let me see if I can share this. Let's see. At Night had posted an updated flyer. And as you can see on the flyer, is it showing?
It's showing, but it's small.
Okay, here, let me make it big. Is that better?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
I can't make it go down for some reason. Okay, you see these two pictures on the right.
Yes.
People are trying to imply that that's not Sebastian.
Oh, it most certainly is.
Well, I'll tell you how I know it's Sebastian. Because these are from Strike and Spare.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Strike and Spare before he went to Texas Roadhouse. And the reason I know that is because we spend a lot of time at Strike and Spare. We've been there probably what?
A couple of times a year, usually.
At least 2 times a year, sometimes 3 or 4 times a year. And that is their floor. And people online are trying to say this is another child in another state. And that's just simply incorrect, because I know that floor. When I saw that floor, I was like, oh, that's Strike and Spare. So that's obviously from the footage at Strike and Spare. So
yeah, they have security.
I forgot to
cameras.
do it.
Oh.
But it was just, it's been bugging me, and I just had to get that out there because people are just absolutely wrong. They're wrong. They're trying to act like it's another kid in another case, and that's not him, but it is absolutely 100% Strike and Spare. So that
Well, you can tell it's basically it's the same thing they have on at Texas Roadhouse. She's got the black hoodie. He's got a black
I know,
t-shirt.
but people are trying to imply it's another kid in another case that they put in there, and it's not.
Well, and you've also got to consider it's a security camera, so it is going to be a little grainy, and it's not going to be clear.
It looks like it's been blown up. So and his neck looks a little long. So I'm wondering if they blew it up and it kind of distorted it a bit. You know what I'm saying? That the footage is very grainy, I'm sure, because that place is not a new place. Their cameras are pretty old.
It would be nice to see the footage from there.
It would be. But I've just seen it online, multiple places, people saying that's not Sebastian, and it absolutely is. That's Strike and Spare's floor. I know that floor anywhere. I mean, just this year alone, we've probably been there 5 times. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Just for various reasons, birthday parties and, various things. We've been there. And I know that floor. When I saw it, I was like, that's absolutely Strike and Spare. I said it to him.
Yeah.
So it was just bothering me.
Yeah. Good to clear it up.
Lockdown says, sounds like misdirection. It could be. Or people just not, are wanting to stir the pot.
Oh, Dog said the video's coming out. I did not realize that. We've kind of been out of the loop on things. So
which video?
I guess Strike and Spare.
Oh, okay.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, so that's right before Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be nice to see a little bit of footage from there just to see how he was acting. I know that they said there were leagues and they weren't able to play, and so that's why they did the video games and they did the arcade, but they weren't there a really long time.
No kidding. Is that, hey, Jenny on the beach, was that, or Jen on the beach, was that what Mob Crew put out last night?
Oh, is that where that was?
Oh,
Mob Crew?
I heard the raw audio from the 3 a.m. video last night, the same time KP's bedroom light was on. For the audio to be captured the distance it was, there were loud voices being heard.
Okay, it was Mob Crew.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch that, but I did see that he had did a live yesterday. So I'll check that out for sure.
Yes. We'll definitely look at that.
We've heard the audio stuff, or what people claimed was the audio before. So, remember?
Yeah.
The other one who put out was the timestamp of KP's bedroom light on. Crime Time Buzz, Dog, and Nick were on Crime Time Buzz.
Oh, okay. BMW says, my understanding is they were there for 10 minutes. No arcade, according to the At Night post a month or so, allegedly. So she just took him there. They couldn't bowl and didn't let him play games?
Right.
Even though she said she let him play games?
There was like a bowling event or something.
Well,
Yeah,
there's often a bowling event there. You kind of have to know when to go.
Yeah.
If you're going to bowl. But
Sunday is always a league day though, usually.
Well, like yesterday, had someone gone yesterday, it was Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Bowling. So anyway, but yeah, didn't they say that they played arcade games instead? That's what I recall. So if they
Yeah.
didn't play arcade games, then there's another inconsistency.
They didn't play arcade games?
That's what BM. Are you reading the screen?
Oh, no. Oh, no arcade.
Right.
According to At Night Post a month or so.
Oh, it's the 3 a.m. camera that captures the car going up Kellen. I gotcha. You can definitely hear something like a car door shutting. Yeah.
Okay, so where did she say? Didn't she say they played a video game somewhere?
It was there.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm trying to remember what video it was, or what
she
interview she talks about them playing
Yeah.
video games. But
Be just another.
But she talks about the league, that the leagues were taking
right,
up
but
all the
which one
lanes.
was it? Does anybody
remember.
Which
remember?
interview? Yeah, I know.
Sandy also says no games, they just left.
Hi. Did you see our friends here, Tennessee Nurse? Hi, nice to see you. All the friends are coming in today. It was on the private call with Heather. And that's the one we're going to go over next, right?
Yes. Okay. So
That's the one we're going to go over next because we haven't done that one in a live yet.
Right. And I've only listened to that once.
You know, in the past, since Sebastian's gone missing, there's not been one single solitary day I haven't thought about that child.
Oh,
Not one day.
Mm-hmm.
Not one single solitary day. And I'm sure you guys can all relate because it kind of brought us all here together, right?
Yeah.
It sounded like a door slamming to me, like a door on hinges, people yelling or shouting.
Oh, wow.
Well, we'll have a little homework to do.
Yeah.
On Sebastian. We'll have to go watch Mob Crew, see what he's got there, what that sounds like. And
Absolutely.
of course, this other audio. I mean, he's always angry. Everything that leaks. Sandy says he was so angry. You know,
Mhm.
He's always
that's
angry.
his only gear.
Oh, Malikat, thank you.
Chris McDonough's nicknamed him the meat grinder. That's like his.
That's a good, that's a
thing.
good name.
I think
I know.
Malikat renewed her membership. Thank you, Malikat.
Thank you, Malikat.
We appreciate that. I've been hearing some other, Gypsy. I've been hearing some other YouTubers are doing some stuff for the holidays, like helping out with Thanksgiving dinners and things like that. And I was wondering if our community would be interested in doing something like that with Christmas for people and Thanksgiving for people. Would that be
Okay.
something?
Sure.
I know you'd be interested. I'm not even asking you. You're just looking at me like this is new information.
Just new information.
I think that would be a neat thing to do. I had actually reached out to some of our moderators and asked if they knew of any really good charities that we could work with. I did see one on the news, but I want to talk it over with you before we do it.
Okay.
But I would like to do something to give back to others during this time because we have been given so much. And
Sure.
I think it would be nice. What about you, Auntie? You in?
Sure.
As long as it's a charity that's actually doing good.
Yeah, I don't want any of this where 90% goes to the CEO type of deal and 10% actually goes to people that need it.
Right. Okay. Well, it's just something I've been thinking about. I've heard some other people doing it. So we'll just see what we can do.
Okay.
I think it would be good. All right, guys. I think that's about it for us because we have to go paint our walls so that we can decorate for Christmas. So
Lockdown says they have a list of fantastic charities.
If you'd like to email those to me, I'd love to have them. I'm going to put our email in chat. I would love to have them. And as soon as maybe I'll pick out some and let you guys vote and we'll just see who we work with.
It would be
That's
nice if you could get a name of a family or family.
A specific family in need.
A family in need in the community there that people, if they wanted to donate, we could take up the money and then we could do some pictures and stuff of everything that's purchased. And
I can't remember the name of the one I'm thinking of. I saw about on the news that really needs some help is they help foster children in situations like even ones that have kind of aged out of the foster system. They're helping them transition into adulthood and, there's a lot, there's some really good charities. And the one I was thinking about was really needing some help because they have about 3,300 kids wish lists that they get. And it sounds like they're somewhat vetted, but she said usually the commitment is $150 to $200 per kid.
Okay.
Because they do ask for, things like typical kids would. They're going to ask for the Nikes. They're going to ask for they're going to shoot the moon on it. They're going to ask for the gaming stuff. They're going to ask for the tablets and things, which, their friends probably have them. So, but what you can do is you can actually become a team and people can donate individually. So it doesn't have to filter through us.
Right.
So I was thinking about doing that.
That would be good. That way people can do it independently. It doesn't,
That way it doesn't, like, people can't say bad things like, oh, you're just taking money to steal it.
That's what I want to avoid.
No, this is like where you have a team. Like we could have a Crimecast team and we could give the link and people could go in and donate to them. Right. And then it would go towards this wish list for whatever child we select.
Right.
Oh, okay. I think that's a great idea because I just don't like it where we have to take that in just because there's no notion of impropriety or anything like that. Everything's on the up and up.
Bliss was a foster child. Many Christmases came from the community, so many ask for the basics too. Yes, they do. And but the lady was kind of warning that some of the lists might be extravagant.
Well, a lot of times you'll find your high school kids will get a little more name brands and want some of the more expensive stuff. Little kids don't, but the older kids do.
But if you guys are interested, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm just going to do that. I think it's a good thing, and that they went on the news because they really need help. They don't have enough people to help them this year.
Okay.
So that would be good. I think that's a great idea.
Another thing is Little E and I were talking about, we have some things upstairs that we are going to go donate to the cancer wing at Vanderbilt. We're going to go take some gifts to the kids up there for Christmas as well.
Yeah.
We were talking about that as well, but that's a personal family thing. We're not collecting money for that. And we want to do that.
Yeah.
Where will you post it once you get a link for everybody? They're all asking.
I'll work on it today and then I'll put it on our community wall and then in our Discord probably too.
And we can put it on X and share it in other places.
Sure. And I'll just do it under Crimecast or so. Yeah, we'll just do it like that if it'll let me. And I'm not sure if we have to like fill out a form and be accepted as a team, but we can do it as a team. And that way people can just donate to it and it didn't have to filter through us. Make it a lot easier.
Yes, it would.
People are always looking for they want to help other people, but everyone's always a little cautious because you just don't know if you're giving to the right places. And so,
well, this basically what they do is they work with foster kids and group home children, and they take wish lists from them for Christmas, and they tell you up front it's going to be about $150 to $200 per child.
Yeah.
And I meant to talk to you privately about us doing one privately.
Yeah.
But we'll do this.
Okay. That sounds good.
I don't Bliss, email me and I'll send you the Discord. I never remember to go in there either. I'm really bad about it. I need somebody to kind of keep it active because I'm terrible at it. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up for the week, and I will put that up as soon as I have it. And I think that that'll be a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Don't know when we'll be back next. We'll at least do our weekly next week sometime. Of course, tomorrow night, you'll want to check out Seth Rogers' channel because he is, he'll be on at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Life Interrupts became a new member. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. Let me do it. Let me welcome our new members to the Dog Pound. I haven't done this in a long time. Let's see. Where is it? Why can't I see it? I see sidebar.
Probably since it's been so long that's been a little while since you played that video.
Oh, here we go. No, that's gifted memberships.
You want Dog Pound?
I'm trying to find it.
I have it.
No, but I mean, it's
under Dog Pound.
You don't know. Let's see. Why am I not seeing it?
I
see it. I got it.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. Your Crime Dog Pound. Members only. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Your crime dog now, members only. Welcome to the pound, members only. Bow wow 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 wow. Doo 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 doo.
I just love that. And then Gypsy has been a member for 11 months. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Gypsy. We
Gypsy. It's very
appreciate
sweet
you.
of you.
It's very sweet. I took us off the screen somehow. All right. What happened? Why can't I? Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we will end it. And I, of course, don't have it set up the right way to end. So thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday with us. Wish us luck on the painting because I'm having a really hard time not getting it on the floor. Oh
Fun to Ski is a member for 10 months as well.
Oh my gosh. I
So
can't even, I
thank
don't
you,
even
Fun
feel
to
like we've been
Ski.
here 10 months.
I don't know.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, we appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate your support. We know you can spend your time anywhere and you spend it with us today, and we appreciate you for that.
Thanks again,
And,
guys.
and thank you. And as soon as I get that charity stuff going, I will put it up and we'll go from there. Have a great Saturday, guys. Enjoy your day and be kind to one another.
Launch sequence activated.